Hi and welcome back to my channel. So you all know that when I get a chance to talk about travel, I am always excited because I love the world of travel. Now before I jump into today's video, I just wanted to remind you that I do have a travel blog. So if you're not following that blog, I'm going to leave the information for it in the description box. But I think you will find that you will like it. So let's jump right on in. So today we're going to be talking about the 10 best fall foliage trips in the United States. And that's a mouthful, but I think you'll appreciate this. So now you don't have to travel far to take in the phenomenon of fall foliage, which is true. If you look out your window, which I'm doing now, you see the beautiful leaves changing and all that great stuff. All across the U.S., from New England to the Pacific Northwest, trees put on their dazzling display of color. Leaf viewing is one of the easiest and least expensive ways to experience America's awe-inspiring natural beauty. So let's jump right on in. First on our list is one of my favorites, and I've never been, but it's on my list, Aspen, Colorado. Aspen leaves turn a rich yellow hue in the fall and literally shimmer in the breeze when the sun hits them. The gold tones of aspens in autumn make for a picture-perfect contrast with the evergreens and mountain peaks. While the ritzy ski resort town of Aspen is the place to be in the winter, it mellows during the autumn months. When to go? Aspen season is short. It kicks off during mid-September and peaks at the end of the month. The first week of October offers some decent viewing, but beyond that, there'll be more leaves on the ground than on the trees. Where to stay? The Lighthouse Hotel is an ultra-modern mountain lodge that fronts Wenger Park in downtown Aspen. Don't let the sexy sophistication fool you. The hotel is moderately priced and welcomes both kids and pets. Number 2, the Catskills in New York. The 6,000 square miles of southeastern New York, known as the Catskills, are home to 6 major river systems, 35 mountain peaks over 3,500 feet, and the famed Woodstock Festival. A year-round destination, the Catskills are at their most vibrant in the fall when yellows, oranges, and reds electrify the thickly wooded hillsides. Locals and visitors alike savor the fall harvest when many of the region's historic villages host festivals and craft fairs, alongside the bountiful farmers markets and pick your own orchards. When to go? The last 2 weeks in September through mid to late October, a prime time for fall foliage in the Catskills. So that means you all need to be booking your trips like right now. Where to stay? The Catskills are fabled for their charming B&Bs. For most of the retreat experience, head to the inn at Lake Joseph, a 16-room country resort located on a 250-acre private lake. Sounds beautiful. Number 3, the Berkshires in Massachusetts. The essential escape for urbanites in New York City, Boston, and Philadelphia, the Berkshires provide world-class foliage viewing alongside notable art and culture. Narrowing, winding roads connect mountains, hamlets set against a forested backdrop of crimson yellow, and every hue in between. Sounds beautiful, making for the most beautiful gallery hopping or antiquing trip of your life. Or spend a weekend at one of the region's stored spas, soaking in the sweeping autumn views. When to go? Fall foliage season in the Berkshires begins in late September and typically peaks during Columbus Day weekend in mid-October. There's still color to behold in late October, but don't wait until November. So again, you need to be booking your trips now. Where to stay? Located on 117 acres in Lenox, the elegant, Blantyre, I don't know how you say that, but anyway, it's Blantyre Hotel was built in 1902 and modeled after a castle in Scotland. Number 4, Columbia River Gorge in Oregon. cut into the Cascade Mountains and forming a natural border between southern Washington and northern Oregon. The 80-mile Columbia River Gorge is already a sublime sight. Come fall, when the firs, cottonwoods, big leaf maples, Oregon ash, and twisted pines start to show their colors, it's absolutely breathtaking. Visitors can choose to take in the golden and bronze hues while driving along the Columbia River, hiking a variety of trails, or rafting or kayaking down the river. When to go? Mid-September to mid-October is the best time for fall foliage in the Columbia River Gorge. So again, start booking your trips now. Where to stay? The historic Columbia Gorge Hotel has the hands-down best views of the gorge, including the 208-foot waterfall, Wagwin Waterfall. Your stay includes breakfast at the hotel dining room, Simon's Cliff House, one of the best restaurants in Oregon. Number 5, Green Mountain Byway in Vermont. The maple, birch, and beech trees lining this 11-mile route bisecting Vermont put on one of the most dazzling displays of color in England. The drive from quaint Waterbury, home of Ben & Jerry's ice cream, to Stowe, one of the most famous ski resorts in the East, passes through 2 state forests and 3 state parks. In Stowe, the ski area gondola offers a bird's eye view of the forested slopes and easy access to hiking. When to go? The Northern Vermont leaf observation season begins the second week of September and peaks the first week in October. So again, you really need to get on this one if you're interested in going to Vermont. Where to stay? In Stowe, the top-notch resort sits on 120 acres overlooking Mount Mansfield, Vermont's highest mountain at 4,393 feet. An impressive trail system surrounds the property, perfect for hiking and horseback riding. Number 6, Enchanted Circle Scenic Byway in New Mexico. The dazzling 83-mile loop starting and ending in Taos has become a fall foliage pilgrimage for aspen aficionados. Here, the aspens turn not only yellow, but also dark orange. The route encircles 13,160 feet, Wheeler Peak, New Mexico's highest point, and the mesas and mountain vistas offer a unique southwestern perspective on autumn color. While aspens steal the show, there are also purple and cottonwoods in fiery shades ranging from bright red to yellow. This sounds so beautiful. I really wish that I could be there now because it just sounds amazing. When to go? Late September to early October offers the most vibrant colors along the Enchanted Circle Scenic Byway. Where to stay? A romantic B&B in Taos with stellar mountain views. Hacienda del Sol features 11 southwestern style rooms and 4 and 4 adobe buildings, most with kiva fireplaces and made from scratch gourmet breakfast. Sounds awesome to me. Number 7, Great Smoky Mountains, North Carolina and Tennessee. Great Smoky Mountains National Park is one of the most visited national parks in the U.S. for good reason. There are more than 100 species of native trees, including the scarlet oaks, maples, sweet gums, and hickories, which put on a jaw-dropping autumn display of gold, orange, crimson, and purple. With 800 miles of scenic roads and hiking trails, you could spend days exploring these stunning forests. When to go? Great Smoky Mountains National Park is ablaze in fall color from early October through early November. So see, you have a little bit of time, but you still want to get your trip booked if you want to go to the Great Smoky Mountains. Where to stay? On the Tennessee side of the park, the tourist town of Gatlinburg sits just beyond with a dizzying array of accommodations. The family-owned historic Gatlinburg Inn is less than a mile from the park and does a commendable job of maintaining a quiet B&B-like atmosphere in the heart of downtown. Number 8, Upper Peninsula, Michigan. Michigan's state forest system is the largest in the eastern U.S., encompassing nearly 4 million acres. Take your pick from one or more of the Upper Peninsula's 20 plus forested state parks. You have ash, aspen, beech, birch, maple, oak, sycamore, and tamarack are the stars of this densely forested peninsula sandwiched between 3 Great Lakes. The tranquil waters, ranging in color from azure to navy, visually enhance and reflect back the trees' already brilliant fall colors. When to go? The best time to take in the fall colors of the upper peninsula is mid-September to mid-October, with the peak happening in October. Again, and I know I've said this enough, but if you're interested in taking this trip, we need to get this book soon. Where to stay? So the Cowena, the national-most part of the Upper Peninsula, is known for its historic lighthouses. Stay at the cozy 8-room Sand Hills Lighthouse Inn, which was built in 1917 and is the largest and last manned lighthouse on the Great Lakes. Number 9, Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri. Central Missouri's popular summertime lake getaway becomes even better in the fall when the crowds disperse and the temperatures pleasantly drop into the 60s. The surrounding Ozark Hills are at their most scenic come fall, when the forests ignite in shades of scarlet, gold, mahogany, and russet. Experience the color explosion while hiking, mountain biking, or horseback riding at Missouri's largest state park, or take in the fall foliage on a yacht. At the wineries, during a round at one of the lake's champions golf courses, or on a 25-mile scenic drive. When to go? The last 2 weeks of October are the indisputable prime time for leaf peeping at the Lake of the Ozarks. So this one you have just a little bit more time, but I would encourage you, if this is something that you're interested in doing, let's get this book soon. Where to stay? Lake of the Ozarks State Park offers 230 campsites open year-round and 8 rustic outpost cabins, each equipped with tables, chairs, wood-burning stoves, and sleeping accommodations for 6. Central restrooms and showers are within walking distance. Last but certainly not least, number 10, Glacier National Park in Montana. For the ruggedly self-sufficient, Glacier National Park is a dream fall foliage destination. By the end of September, all the park's concessions have closed for the season, guests have gone home, and you pretty much have the entire park to yourself. This is one of the best places to see large trees. Conifers, conifers that turn bright gold in the fall before losing their needles, yellow larch intermingled with evergreens set against the backdrop of the massive snow-covered peaks of the Continental Divide, make perhaps the most dramatic autumn scene in the U.S. Plus, wildlife abounds with elk, mountain goats, bighorn sheep, and bears making their preparations for winter. And I think out of all the destinations that I've talked about today, this sounds like the most interesting, because not only do you have the beauty of the leaves and the fall foliage, but you also have these awesome and amazing animals as they, get to see them as they prepare for their winter rest. When to go? Larch trees change color in mid-October. Everything else, maple, aspen, birch, cottonwood, and huckleberry, turn between early and late September. So if you were going to see those trees, you are a little too late. So just put it on your list of things to do for next year. Where to stay? Most of the area's notable properties close by late September. The Comfort Grouse Mountain Lodge, located 25 miles away in Whitefish, is open all 4 seasons and offers exceptional on-site dining. Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of these places that I've talked about, especially Aspen, Colorado, because there's some places I've always wanted to visit. You know, I love the beautiful beaches and all that great stuff, but I'm thinking that, you know, over the next couple of years, I want to include one fall trip that will be at one of these places that I talked about. Of course, you know, whichever one I decide, you all will know, and you'll get to see pictures and videos and all that other good stuff. Because I just, you know, I think it's good to do something different every now and then. So these have been your top 10, mind you, best fall foliage trips in the United States. So, having said all of that, I hope one of those locations piques your interest, even if it's just a little bit. And if so, please contact me. Let's get your trip booked. And then I'd love to see and hear your stories from your visits. So until our next video, take care.